yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The street lights bleed through the blinds and amber streets. It's 3 a.m. but sleep is just a word I speak. I left the jazz low, just enough to fill the space. But the rhythm's hollow when your footsteps not in place. I'm dressed in soft silk, the color that you like. A museum piece frozen beneath the pale moonlight. I walk the perimeter, checking the deadbolt twice, trying to negotiate the silence at any price. My screen went dark 3 times since the hour changed. I swore I wouldn't look, but my willpower's been estranged. I traced the last text you sent me, a small blue promise. This solitude feels heavy, a burden on my consciousness. I'm anchored in this quiet storm, waiting for your lighthouse. Every second is a tribute to the truth of this desire. This lonely ache is just the friction that precedes the payoff. My patience is the fire, and you're the sweet relief of coming home. Yeah, the pre-dawn signal that tells me the night is done. I revisit memories that keep the chill at bay, like that cold Sunday morning when you swore you'd never stray. I hear the echo of your laughter in the kitchen tiles. It's a bittersweet soundtrack that sustains me for a while. The apartment's vastness magnifies the empty seat, and every tick the clock makes is an overdue heartbeat. This longing isn't weakness, it's a necessary weight, proving just how vital you are to my current state. I'm calculating miles and I'm estimating time. This anticipation, baby, feels almost like a crime, because when you arrive, the whole world shifts on its axis. And I just need that moment to cure this silent sickness. I'm anchored in this quiet storm, waiting for your lighthouse. Every second is a tribute to the truth of this desire. This lonely ache is just the friction that precedes the payoff. My patience is the fire, and you're the sweet relief of coming home. Dawn signal that tells me the night is done. Oh, don't let me get accustomed to the sound of nothing much. I need the disruption of your voice, the pressure of your touch. I've held my breath so long, the air is thin and cold. Just break the fragile quiet before I break and fold. Because this waiting game, it's beautiful and devastating. It's everything I have, but baby, it's exhausting. One more minute, maybe 2. I check the window, praying for the view. A flash of headlights turning down the street, the sound of gravel crunching. Oh, how complete. Was that you? It's you. The quiet storm is over. The signal's here. velvet quiet of the apartment air. Just the city's tired breath beneath the thoroughfare. I've walked the length of this wood floor 20 times, collecting tiny fragments of forgotten rhymes. The streetlights throw their heavy yellow gaze across the hours, melting in a lonely haze. And every sound is amplified to static, a psychological slow motion dramatic. I swear the kitchen clock is playing a trick. That second hand is moving too slow and too thick. I keep my phone face up, screen brightness set to low, so the slightest vibration is a tremor, I know. I can't settle down, I can't turn the music high, cause I might miss the subtle signal that you're drawing nigh. Oh, oh, I'm caught in the rhythm of the anticipation. It's the only frequency, the perfect station. Every minute stretches, pulling me thin like taffy, waiting for the moment that finally makes me happy. I'm stuck inside this pacing room, checking the dial tone, cause everything I need is coming home, coming home. I went and lit the candles just like you prefer, but the fragrance feels wasted, just a phantom blur. I'm scrolling through the promises we made last week. The strength in all your messages is what I see. This loneliness is polished, smooth and well maintained, a carefully controlled emotion I've contained. I catch my own reflection in the dark and pain. I look like somebody standing out in the rain, waiting for the taxi lights to cut through the night, confirming that my future just pulled into sight. I keep my phone face up, screen brightness set to low, so the slightest vibration is a tremor, I know. I can't settle down, I can't turn the music high, cause I might miss the subtle signal that you're drawing nigh. Oh, yeah. I'm caught in the rhythm of the anticipation. It's the only frequency, the perfect station. Every minute stretches, pulling me thin like taffy, waiting for the moment that finally makes me happy. I'm stuck inside this pacing room, checking the dial tone, cause everything I need is coming home, coming home. They say time heals, but tonight time just delays. It complicates the seconds in a million ways. You are the gravity that keeps me from dissolving. Right now, every choice is revolving around a single sudden necessary sound, the key unlocking the happiest noise ever found. Oh, oh, oh. I'm caught in the rhythm of the anticipation. It's the only frequency, the perfect station. My own station. Every minute stretches, pulling me thin like tabs, stretching me like my body makes me happy. I'm stuck inside this pacing room, checking the dial tone, cause everything I need is coming home, coming home, coming home. Yeah. I'm waiting on that sound, just that one click of the lock. Oh, anticipation, coming home. Streetlights bleeding orange through the blinds, casting shadows on the carpet where you slept last time. I swear the air is thin and now you've gone. Just the low hum of the city carrying on. My silk kimono it slips off the shoulder, cool to the skin, playing solitaire, hoping I might win. Just a small distraction from the quiet way. The hands on the clock tick the minutes away, and I sip the last drop of this burgundy, tasting the patience, knowing you belong to me. Every phantom vibration in my back pocket is a cruel, beautiful lie before the socket of reality clicks when your voice breaks the wire, feeding this slow burning, so consuming fire. It's a slow syncopation, the rhythm of the want. This sweet ache, this velvet cage, where my heart confronts the loneliness that keeps me lucid, heavy in the chest. Anticipation is the silence I love the best. I'm counting down in minor chords, waiting on your gravity. 'Cause baby, the waiting makes the coming back heavenly. I walked past the closet, saw your tailored gray coat, and the memory caught in the back of my throat. I can still smell the wood smoke on the collar and the sleeve, the scent of departure that won't let me leave this apartment where every corner remembers your touch. I swear I'm not needing you, darling, I'm just wanting you too much. I skip the voicemails that I should erase just to hear the cadence of your voice, holding space. I trace the hem of this tension, it feels fine, spun and neat. I know the sound of your tires turning down the street. Every phantom vibration in my back pocket is a cruel, beautiful lie before the socket of reality clicks when your hand finds the key. Just release the pressure, baby, come on back to me. Oh, it's a slow syncopation, the rhythm of the want. This sweet ache, this velvet cage, where my heart confronts the loneliness that keeps me lucid, heavy in the chest. Anticipation is the silence I love the best. I'm counting down in minor chords, waiting on your gravity. 'Cause baby, the waiting makes the coming back heavenly. They say that time is linear, but tonight it stretches wide, like cold molasses pouring down the mountainside. This space between us isn't empty, it's heavy with possibility. And this moment of hunger is the promise of satiety. If the longing didn't whisper, how would the reunion scream? This lonely vigil is just fuel for the fever dream. Just one more tick, one more soft breath before the door sighs open. and rescues me from death. From the death of silence, the syncopation stops. Hear the key turn. The gravity pulls me in. Yeah, the gravity pulls. My shadow is stretched across the floor tonight. A single spotlight cutting through the dark. The city outside is rushing, moving fast. But in these four walls, time has come to stop. I wanna groove in the hardwood, pacing slow, counting the minutes since you had to go. I swear I can still taste the air you left here, a ghost of your scent confirming that you were near. You promised me the moment the street lights turn blue, that's when I'd see the headlamps of your car come through. And every hour that passes, I check the glass pane. This anticipation is a fever I can't tame. Time keeps moving in fractions, deliberately cruel. Every tick of the clock is a moment outside of me and you. This slow fade to dawn is the only company I've got. My heart is running on reserve power, stuck in the holding pattern of this hour. 'Cause I'm waiting on you, baby, and my soul can't rest, trapped in the velvet cage of what comes next. I trace the outlines of the keys you left right here. The weight of your memory is heavy and clear. My favorite melody is playing on repeat, but the soulful brass section just sounds incomplete. I tried to call up friends, try to find a distraction, but every conversation lacks the main attraction. Loneliness, it finds its own way to sing the blues. It echoes in the silence that I choose. I'm listening for the quiet rumble of that engine sound, the only music that matters in this whole town. My patience is deep, yeah, deeper than the ocean floor. But baby, how long before you walk through that portal? Time in the holding pattern of this hour, 'cause I'm waiting on you, baby, and my soul can't rest, trapped in the velvet cage of what comes next. Don't you know the absence is a heavy satin shroud? It wraps itself around me, silent and loud. I'm starting to question the logic of the wait, but the promise we made seals my devoted fate. And if this deep longing is the fee I have to pay, then I'll gladly sit right here and watch the night turn gray. Just watch it turn gray. Slow fade, slow fade tonight. Still watching the window, still waiting on you, darling. Don't let the promise break. Just waiting, 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 waiting. Slow fade to dawn. Wait for your love. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The air conditioning hum is the loudest sound in the city tonight, except maybe the tick-tock of the old grandfather clock that I keep running slow. Oh, I saw the digital face switch from 302 to 303, and every number changes a minute, stolen, dragging me further from where I wanna be. Oh. I smooth the wrinkle out the satin sheet, though I know I won't lie down. It's a specific kind of penance, being rooted to this sectional couch. I'm listening for a car door slam, a unique rhythm, maybe a whisper. Yeah. Anything to shatter this perfect silence that screams, you are just a keeper. My heart is a high-strung instrument, tuned only to the vibration of that one name, that single tone that breaks the long equation. Yeah, I've walked the perimeter 10 times, checking the locks, but the cage is inside. Oh, the things we do when we're caught between the longing and the tide. I'm stuck in a holding pattern, perpetually orbiting this lonely space, waiting for 0 hour, for the moment you decide to reset the pace. This anticipation is a heavy coat, tailored in midnight blue and regret. scrolling from the inbox, trying to free up some emotion. Ooh. But the echo of your promise still bounces off the walls of this darkened gloom. I watch the streetlights stain the window pane, blurring the outside world. They're all moving, sleeping, living, while my own schedule is internally furled around the possibility, the slim margin of probability you might come back around. I'm standing right here in the center of the silence, planted on hallowed ground. I know the rules of gravity, I know that time should flow and mend, yeah. But every hour is a stagnant pool until this sovereign paved way can end. My fingertips are cold now, hovering over the screen's bright glow, yeah. Tempted to break the silence, but afraid of the answer, worse than no. I've walked the perimeter 10 times, checking the locks, knowing the key is yours. And my soul is a restless pendulum, swinging between the hope and the closed doors. I'm stuck in a holding pattern, perpetually orbiting this lonely space, waiting for 0 hour, for the moment you decide to reset the pace. This anticipation is a heavy coat, tailored in midnight blue and regret. I know I'm breathing, but I haven't lived the day until the moment we connect. My whole world is waiting for 0 hour, just a dial tone and not a sudden urgent power. They say loneliness is curative, that space is healthy, that I should breathe deep. But every breath feels shallow when the promise that sustains me is the promise you keep. Ooh. I could fall asleep right now, surrender to the void and the quiet rest. But what if the one time I let go is the moment you finally put me to the test? I won't miss it, I can't risk it, I am anchored to this line. Let the darkness wrap around me, but keep my vision fixed on the sign. Waiting for 0. Oh, I'm waiting for the vibration. Just a flicker of light, just a sound in the hall. Gotta let me know, gotta let me know. 0 hour. Waiting for 0. Yeah, come on and restart me. Waiting for 0. Streetlights bleeding orange through the blinds, got the city on mute, just to hear my mind. The floorboards talking back to every slow step I take. It's a quiet symphony for your sake. There's a space on the sofa where the cushion's cold, reserved strictly for a story yet untold. The clock hand moves like molasses, heavy and slow. Every second a reminder of how much I don't know. I could walk out the door, drive into the dark, but every road leads back to this spark. I'm a willing hostage to this gentle ache, a promise I committed to, for goodness sake. This moment right now, this pause before the drop, it's the quietest sound before my heart finally stops. It's the 27th hour on my internal clock, stuck between the tick and the inevitable talk. Anticipation is a silver chain wrapped around my wrist, waiting for that one smooth, soulful kiss. I'm not lonely, I'm just charging up the air, saving all my rhythm for when you finally get here. This longing is heavy, but baby it's fair, 'cause nothing feels better than knowing you're ready. Oh. I pulled out the old photo album from the shelf, a soft reminder of the man I used to be before I met myself. In your eyes I see the blueprint of the life we swore, and that's the collateral I'm waiting for. My coffee got cold, the steam long disappeared, but the scent of your absence is still held here. I replay the last voicemail, just the exhale at the end, just enough to hold me till you return again. I could walk out the door, drive into the dark, but every road leads back to this spark. I'm a willing hostage to this gentle ache, a commitment I made, for goodness sake. This moment right now, this pause before the drop, it's the quietest sound before my heart finally stops. It's the 27th hour on my internal clock, stuck between the tick and the inevitable talk. Anticipation is a silver chain wrapped around my wrist, waiting for that one smooth, soulful kiss. I'm not lonely, I'm just charging up the air, saving all my rhythm for when you finally get here. This longing is heavy, but baby it's fair, 'cause nothing feels better than knowing you're ready. This velvet silence is starting to feel thin, and I need your voice to let the sunlight in. Don't let the sunrise cheat me out of this deep breath. The minute that we cross the line between life and death, tell me you're close, tell me you're driving near. I swear I polished every minute that I've waited here. It's the 27th hour on my internal clock, between the tick and the inevitable talk. Anticipation is a silver chain wrapped around my wrist, waiting for that one soulful kiss. I'm not lonely, I'm just charging up the air, saving all my rhythm for when you finally get here. This longing is heavy, but baby it's fair, 'cause nothing feels better than knowing you're ready. Yeah, I'm saving up the rhythm for the moment you walk through the door. Gotta keep the low light glowing low. Waiting for the groove, waiting for the soul. 27th hour, still waiting, still charging up the air. Amber on the low, I wub above the kitchen sink. I hear the refrigerator hum, but it's not the sound I think. The space expands around me, wearing thin like worn out lace. I've been counting dust motes dancing, spinning in this vacant space. I put that old collection on, the slow jams from 97, and try to find the logic that will get me closer to heaven. My patience is a slow drip, a steady pressure in my chest. It's a dangerous kind of silence, where I put my hope to the test. The silence wears your cashmere, settled on the sofa scene, just waiting for the moment to disrupt this lonely dream. This anticipation, it's a fever running through my veins, a smooth vibration waiting for you to break these silver chains. I'm singing the solo part of a two-part harmony, and I just need your voice to finish the melody. Every hour is heavy, baby, every moment slow. I'm caught right on the threshold where the longing starts to grow. The city outside is breathing heavy, neon spilling on the pane, but in here the air is thick with ghosts of rainfall and champagne. I check my screen 100 times, knowing that nothing changed. It's just the cruel arithmetic of feeling disarranged. I tried to fold the laundry, but the scent of your sweater threw me off. I held it close, a silent promise, trying to practice the scarf of nonchalance when every nerve is tuned to high frequency. My patience is a slow drip, a steady pressure in my chest. It's a dangerous kind of silence, where I put my love to the test. The silence wears your cashmere, settled on the sofa seam, just waiting for the moment to disrupt this lonely dream. This anticipation, it's a fever running through my veins, a smooth vibration waiting for you to break these silver chains. I'm singing the solo part of a two-part harmony, and I just need your voice to finish the melody. Every hour is heavy, baby, every moment slow. I'm caught right on the threshold where the longing starts to grow. Oh, you are the grounding wire, baby, when I feel myself drift away. Oh, this 80 BPM rhythm is slow burning, moving me through the day. Oh, but the groove doesn't really land until your rhythm walks the floor. Yeah, I'm suspended on the fourth beat, leaning in for something more. I'm caught between the shadow and the warmth, the empty and the full, and only you can pull me past the ache. You have that soulful pull. This anticipation, it's a Maybe every moment slow. I'm caught right on the threshold where the longing starts to grow. Just finish the melody, yeah. I need that perfect pitch, babe. The silence is wearing thin now. I hear the key turning to part harmony. To part harmony. The refrigerator hum is the loudest sound tonight. Filling up the space where your voice should be. I know the time frame, I checked the clock 3 times. But the minutes here are thicker than the heavy air I breathe. I clean the counter, put your favorite blue glass out. Polished every surface so the room reflects the doubt that tries to creep inside me, telling me to stop believing that this kind of stillness is worth receiving. I'm dressed in silk and satin, but I'm restless in my own skin. Watching the street lamp spill its dirty amber light right in. It's a perfect kind of quiet, the kind that magnifies the ghost of every touch and promise that I've loved the very most. It's not desperation, it's just physics, I suppose. The pull of your gravity is something everybody knows. And the clock on the bedside is a cruel static friend, because anticipation doesn't know when the waiting ends. This is the low frequency hum of longing, baby. The deep soul ache that only you can make me feel. My heart is running 80 BPM, just enough to sustain me, but the rest of me is tethered to the minute hand still. I'm counting down the city blocks till I hear the sound, that gentle telltale click of the key turning the tumble around. Please don't let this yearning turn the patience into pain. I pour 2 fingers of that whiskey you prefer, though mine will stay untouched until you walk through the blur of these quiet velvet hours where I replay every line you spoke to me last week, confirming that you'd be mine. The jazz is playing softly, a mood you set for me, but the melody is swallowed by the room's humidity. I keep standing by the window, watching shadows fade and bloom, trying to trace your silhouette through the half-light of this room. It's the low desperation, it's just physics, I suppose. The pull of your gravity is something everybody knows, and the clock on the bedside is a cruel static friend, because anticipation doesn't know when the waiting ends. This is the low frequency hum of longing, baby. The deep soul ache that only you can make me feel. My heart is running 80 BPM, just enough to sustain patience into pain. What happens to a feeling when it's held too long in suspension? Does it harden? Does it cool? Do I lose all good intention? All this kind of beautiful burden, this weighted emptiness, it's a lonely kind of preparation, sealed with a silent kiss. I need to feel your hands right here to prove that this time hasn't been wasted, that the depth of this deep yearning is a thing that you have tasted. This is the low frequency hum of longing, baby, the deep soul ache that only you can make me feel. My heart is running 80 BPM, just enough to sustain me, but the rest of me is tethered to the minute hand still. I'm counting down the city blocks till I hear the sound, that gentle telltale click of the key turning the tumbler around. Please don't let this yearning turn the patience into pain. Just the tumbler now, I'm waiting for the sound. Second hand still, yeah. Waiting for the tumbler turn. The city sounds are muffled by the glass pane. It's a Tuesday night but feels like pouring rain. I set the table for two, though I'm alone now, practicing the subtle smile. I wanna show how much I missed you without letting the silence win. Minutes on the wall clock feel paper thin. They crack and fold, stretching out across the floor. I trace the outline of your shadow by the door. I scrub the kitchen counter, I polish the sink, trying to drown out the loud, persistent need to think of the hours left, the miles between your flight path. This loneliness is wearing down my aftermath, but I can feel the current shifting, hear the hum. A different drum begins to beat, you're almost here, come on and let this tension finally break through. This quiet house is only waiting now for you. This 80 BPM soul beat is off the track, a skipping needle on the promise of your coming back. I'm stuck between the hunger and the heavy side, watching dust on the dashboard of time crawl by. Oh, the longest part of loving is the anticipation, a beautiful aching, sweet starvation. Hurry up and cure this hollow space I'm in. Just unlock the door and let the good life begin. Your your side of the mattress still dips slow from morning. I pull the cover tight, ignoring the warning that the scent you left behind is fading out slow. Just a ghost of sandalwood and leather, soft and low. I pick up your old cassette tape, the spine is cracked, and trace the melody I know you're bringing back. It's the soundtrack to the future I'm running toward, where every absence is suddenly restored. I swear I hear the engine rumble on the street. It's only a delusion, but my heart believes it's beat. I've checked the messages, the ETA is solid gold, but every second passing makes me feel so cold. And I can feel the current shifting, hear the hum. A different drum begins to beat, you're almost here, come on and let this tension finally break through. This quiet house is only waiting now for you. This 80 BPM soul beat is off the track, a skipping needle on the promise of your coming back. I'm stuck between a hunger and a heavy sigh, watching dust on the dashboard of time crawl by. Oh, the longest part of loving is the anticipation, a beautiful aching, sweet starvation. Hurry up and cure this hollow space I'm in. Just unlock the door and let the good life begin. They say that good things come to those who wait, but patience is cruel when every shade of gray in this room needs your fuel. Don't you know this longing is a shadow that consumes me, until the moment that your silhouette believes me. I'm holding my breath for the key and the locks click. Just one more minute, baby. I can take the tea. Just unlock the door. Let the good life begin. Yeah. Anticipation. After 8 o'clock, I'm waiting. Hurry up and cure this space. Outside door, unlock the door. My heart is ready now. Oh. Waiting for you.
Streetlights paint the blinds in yellow stripes. Another ghost walking the floor tonight. My leather jacket draped across the chair still smells like the perfume you used to wear. The minutes drip like honey from a jar, but they move too slow for where you are. I'm cataloging every every silent sound, waiting for the one that breaks the ground. This empty space is getting loud. Too much silence to hide the doubt. Just need one vibration, a flash of light to pull me from the cold of this slow night. My pulse is sinking to a clock on the wall, praying that this time you finally call. Static on the dial, that's where I live. All the quiet energy I have left to give is pointed right at your return frequency. This anticipation is draining me. Yeah, I'm watching the city bleed its neon gold, waiting for the story yet untold. Baby, you're the gravity, I'm just the tide, waiting for my purpose to collide. I mapped out every route you could take. For goodness sake, how much more can I ache? My sheets are cold, pressed flat against the mattress. I've saved the space, perfected the exactness of how I look when your key turns the lock. Every single minute ticking off the clock is just a tax I pay for what we might be. Tell me, baby, are you racing back to find me? I trace the dust on the photograph, trying hard not to count the aftermath of days we spend apart. They blur and bleed. You plant the longing, you supply the need. I keep my heart unlocked, the entrance plain, just waiting for you to walk in from the rain. Lay down, that's where I live. All the quiet energy I have left to give is pointed right at your return frequency. This anticipation is draining me. Yeah, I'm watching the city bleed its neon gold, waiting for the story yet untold. Baby, you're the gravity, I'm just the tide, waiting for my purpose to collide. Maybe it's foolish to dedicate the dawn to something that feels temporarily gone, but my memory of your hand tracing my spine keeps the hunger alive, the timeline. I'm betting my soul on the next sunrise, look into these time longing eyes. I need you to show me this wasn't misspent. Every breath held, every moment lent. I'm still set on your frequency, baby. Can you feel the rhythm of the promises we made? Oh, static on the dial, waiting for the signal. Just keep the dial set right here, babe. My whole world is paused.
The street lamp bleeds its amber glow across the kitchen tile, and I can measure every minute by the shadow on the wall. It's 2:17 on the mantle clock, but it feels like 2:17 BC. 'Cause time moves different when the only thing you're breathing for isn't here with you. I've got the low lights set, the playlist queued, the wine still chill just right. I've walked the perimeter of this apartment 7 times tonight, rehearsing the smile, the perforate line, the casual way outside, just for that singular second when the key finally turns and catches in the light. My fingertips hover an inch above the ringer on the phone. I know you're driving on your way, but I feel utterly alone. This hollow space beside me hums a frequency of doubt, and every promise whispers lies until the moment you check out. This is the longest second of my life, suspended in a nation. I'm running on borrowed oxygen, held tight by sweet anticipation. I'm just a satellite caught in orbit, waiting for your signal to break the static. Break this satellite, radio silence, bring me back down to earth. I tried to distract myself with a novel, but I kept reading the same line. Something about a journey ending, something like that, everything aligning. I can smell the faint trace of your jacket that you left draped across the chair. It's a cruel reminder that you're tangible, but currently not there. The bass in this groove feels like my heart, steady, low and smooth, but it speeds up 5 notches every time a car slows down along the route. It's the patience that kills you, not the distance, not the miles between. It's knowing that my favorite part of the day is still waiting to break shine. My flameless lips hovering it's above the ringer on the phone. I know you're driving on your way, but I feel utterly alone. This hollow space beside me hums a frequency of doubt, and every promise whispers loud until the moment you check out. This is the longest second of my life, suspended animation. I'm running on borrowed oxygen, held tight by sweet anticipation. And just a satellite caught in orbit, waiting for your signal to break the static. Break this satellite, radio silence, bring me back down to earth. Don't let this longing become a pattern. Don't let this weight define us, 'cause my rhythm is off. Baby, I need your steady anchor to remind us that this emptiness is only temporary, a space between the notes. Just hurry and crash the gate. Let me hold what my soul deeply dotes on. I need your hands to set in mine. I need your hands to tell me when that lonely little tick, tick, tick will never sound the same again. Just waiting. 80 BPM ham heartbeat, listening for the rattle of a chain. Just break the silence, baby. I'm stuck here in glorious, soulful anticipation, waiting on your signal, yeah. Come bring me home. Satellite radio silence. Done. Yeah. Sound of the rain against the pane. 8 o'clock became midnight, but I'm still here, baby, just waiting for that knock. The scent of sandalwood is heavy in the air. I fix the pillow, smooth the velvet on the chair. I dim the lights down low, just enough to see the silhouette the city casts upon the lonely me. My dress is pressed, shoes are off, I look too good to feel this slow. The vintage Marvin Gaye playlist finished and now it goes. I'm walking the perimeter of this small apartment room, trying to outrun this heavy sense of coming doom, but I can't. Silence used to be a comfort, now it's just noise. I keep checking the glass, avoiding the deep corners of headlights passing down the street, and my pulse is beating out of time with the rhythm of my feet. I could call, but what good would that do? I just need the physical weight of you. This ain't just waiting, this is chronograph love. Every second stretching out, sent from high above, just to test my patience, test my devotion true. I'm sitting here drowning in the anticipation of you. It's the beautiful lake of longing, anticipation sting, knowing the moment you walk in changes everything, changes everything. I'm tracing perfect circles on the condensation line, trying to convince myself that everything is fine, but the truth is, baby, I'm unraveling slow, caught in this empty space, nowhere else to go. I remember the promise, the whisper on the phone, said you'd be here soon. Now I'm standing here alone. My mind plays a highlight reel on repeat, and suddenly the silence feels less incomplete. If it means the reward is what I know it will be, I've mastered the art of listening for your key in the lock. I know the sound your shoes make when you reach the block. Every minor sound outside makes me jump and rise, just to be met by disappointment in my own tired eyes. I could leave, but what good would that do? I just need the physical side of you. This is chronograph love, every second stretching out, sent from high above, just to test my patience, test my devotion true. I'm sitting here drowning in the anticipation of you. It's the beautiful ache of longing, anticipation sting, knowing the moment you walk in changes everything. Yeah, changes everything. Let the hours bleed into the next day. I don't care. This deep, quiet longing is the only truth I wanna wear. This waiting feels like a sacrifice I have to make. I didn't get ready just to fall asleep, for goodness sake. This chair is cemented, my feet are rooted deep. You are the reason the clock is irrelevant now. You are the reason I still believe somehow. Oh, this ain't just waiting. This is chronograph love, every second stretching out, sent from high above, just to test my patience, test my devotion true. I'm sitting here drowning in the anticipation of you. It's the beautiful ache of longing, anticipation sting, knowing the moment you walk in changes everything. Yeah, chronograph love, darling. Just one more tick, one more top. Don't let me wait too long, no. My heart beats for the sight of your face. Just anticipation. Anticipation. Waiting right here. The streetlights bleed their gold across the hardwood floor, and the air conditioning hums a minor chord I hadn't noticed before. I swear the ghost of your cologne still clings to the linen. Just enough sin to trick my heart into believing you are near. I walk the perimeter of this quiet room, slow and deliberate, tracing the outline of the space where our footsteps intersected. It's been 4 days, but my calendar keeps shouting Sunday, living proof that time slows down when you are miles away. I try to tune the radio to find some kind of static cure, but every single beat is measured, every note seems too pure. They say patience is a virtue, but baby I don't subscribe, when the only thing I need is the feeling of your hand resting on my side. This tension in my soul is just anticipation. I'm living in these static headed home to us. Oh. I called your number just to hear your voicemail sigh. A 5-second loop of your voice beneath a midnight sky. The silence here is heavy, it's not peaceful, it's acidic. It mocks the easy way we fill the gaps with whispered words. I keep checking my reflection in the window pane, just searching for a flicker that this loneliness will finally wane. The city keeps moving, the traffic keeps its constant drone. But for me the world stopped turning the moment I realized I was alone. I try to breathe deep, convince myself that the distance is just air, but my body forgets how to function when the one it loves isn't there. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder, and it's true, I suppose. But the ache of this longing is the only rhythm that anybody knows. Oh, I'm trapped between a memory and the promise. This tension in my soul is just anticipation. I'm living in these static intervals of waiting, praying the clock down turns to where you are. Every second is a lifetime too long, my love. When I know you're headed home to us. Did time break its contract while you were on that flight? 'Cause the hours stretched like a ribbon pulled across the daylight. I wish I could skip the pages, fold the map, just fast forward the pain and hit play on the sweet moment when I hear your name. This longing is a beautiful burden, a necessary cost. I know what's waiting for me, and nothing truly is lost. Just waiting for the key to turn, the key to turn in the lock, anticipating